Alrighty, we should be live. Volumes, sure everything. Good to go. I see the stream over there. That's good. We got more light behind us, so it's gonna look a little bit worse because we're streaming earlier in the day. But that's fine. That's fine. That should be all right. That's there. Okay. I should have chat on the screen. We will see if that starts showing up later. I've got the laptop over here so I can see you guys a little bit easier. While we have people rolling in, hopefully. I'm gonna just say shout outs here. Zedpool, Sazgengen, Dr. Misfire, Kathcup, the Frog King, thank y'all for the follows yesterday. We do not have follows on screen yet. But I wanted to put that at least in the VOD, at least somewhere. So let me go to the channel here so that I can see everything. And then again, hopefully once people, show up, if people are chatting, I will be able to see that happening. So we will see. Despite the stream title, I am actually going to start with the arcade mode, or not arcade mode, with the danger mission. We're going to try Legion of Elmire, compared to Compound 42, which we tried yesterday. Legion of Elmire should be much more manageable, so we will give that a shot. We will have a public lobby here for a little bit if anyone wants to join us. Please let me know if you're planning to join in chat. But I would say too, with public lobbies, since anyone can join, whether they're watching the stream or not, if you're watching the stream, come up and give me a poke when you join. Just do /poke. Let me know that you're here from the stream. That would be very cool. All my stuff here. But yeah, danger missions are worth it. They do give very good rewards. Compound 42, which we played yesterday, is, I would argue, one of, if not the hardest of the danger missions. Heart of Ice, I definitely have a harder time with, but I don't think it's actually harder. If you're just joining, we're just waiting in the lobby, seeing if anyone wants to join a public Legion of Almire danger mission. This one's manageable. Some of the later rooms are very tough. I do think Ghosts in the Machine is very, very much the easiest one. I was a little bit surprised by Ethan's reactions to that yesterday, but I don't know. Maybe it's, different for different people. Yeah, like I said, I'm just waiting to see if anyone wants to join, but I'm not seeing anyone in chat. I'm not seeing anyone in game. Only got one friend online. I think we're a little bit earlier in the day for when people are usually playing this game, so I guess we'll go in there and give it a shot. I do not want to be spending any sparks on this. If I get to like the last room, I'll probably revive once or twice, but I'm trying to recoup money. I'm trying to recoup my in-game funds, because I've crafted quite a few of my 5-star pieces of equipment, but I've still got quite a few to go. I got to get it all leveled up. So there is a lot of stuff that I'm going to need to spend money on that I will need to be able to afford. So we're just going to get in here, see how we do. And this is because it's, I think this and Ghost in the Machine, I think both of them are quite a bit easier because it's so much just zombies, and zombies are not that hard. The Spook Cats are spooky. I think they're manageable. Oh my goodness. What is this first room? Are we just resetting as soon as we spawn in? Maybe. Away from these. Might want to, try to get a heart attack, try to get some items in. That's okay. Let's use our... Because we still got the revive, but I know that there's some harder, like, rooms here later on. So I think this mission does the best job of scaling, where every subsequent challenge does feel more challenging. There's definitely, like, rooms in... oh my gosh, okay. There's definitely rooms in Compound 42 that are, you know, significantly more difficult than anything that comes after it or before it. I don't know. Just get this out here. We're not. Okay. Starting to clean up shop back there. Right, we're alive. We're not doing terrible. Still have not used our emergency. Starting to clear out some of the projectile. Okay, I do still need to focus on it. There's gonna be a switch in here somewhere that we need. There's the bar. Okay, we got 2 of them. That door up there that popped open is presumably the way forward. I do want to fully clear everything out, get my full time's worth for this. Probably be using the freeze booster in this room, because I'm just getting caught out by everything running around so much, you know? Keep things at a good distance there. Okay. Up all our items. These barriers are going to be good because that last room, the very last room in this, you got like 2 dead knots that are constantly reviving the zombies. You got like respawning silk wings and crusaders and things. And I really, the only way that I've seen to do it solo reliably, I know you can like pin down the silk wing and stop it from affecting the fight. I just have to brute force the barriers is kind of my main tactic, but you know, got out by a string projectile. We're doing fine. I keep looking over. I mean, it is just the small streamer, like, I want to see chat, I want to be ready to chat. But again, I did, in theory, the overlay is working for Twitch chat, where I can see you guys on screen, you know? But I'm just not seeing anything, so I don't know. Maybe I'll send a chat once I'm out of the danger mission, just to make sure that everything's working right. Because I am genuinely curious if I got that right. But I get it, you know, it's the middle of the workday. People are doing different things. People are maybe popping open the stream, but are not engaging. That is very understandable. These guys are very cool. These are the Crusaders that I was referencing earlier. They are unique to this mission. I think they're used in a couple of the late story missions, but this is predominantly got a very cool moveset, very cool aesthetic. Big fan. Here. Up. Actually, I am going to take 2 seconds. I'm going to reload the stream on the laptop, make sure that I'm not missing anything, and then I am going to send a message and just double check. See if it pops up. Not a good sign, but I'm definitely caught up, so I may not have chat play yet. Alright. But I can see the message, so I can see chat. I just can't see it on stream yet. That's because I was trying to do it through just OBS. I have worked with Streamlabs before. I'm familiar, but I do want to try and accomplish stuff without Streamlabs. So what I did is I just did like a web source in OBS of like the pop-out window. I don't know. Guess it's not going to work that way. Very sad. It is what it is. Okay. Ooh, big room. Lots of nasty stuff going on. There is some healing back there, so I could... I want to. Right. Bumping the camera. It's all falling apart. I was gonna say, I could use the health capsule and just go all the way back, but... How does some of this? Lord. There we go. Probably could have gone for the howitzers a little bit sooner. Hey, Dracos. This is just someone that I've run into in game. I don't think they're watching the stream. Again, if you are watching the stream, make sure to poke me a little bit of a like. Okay. I'll throw them away. You. Hello, Ranger. I do see you. That's very sad that the overlay still isn't working. I will maybe poke at that a little bit on the next floor. If I can just refresh that on my end. But I would guess that OBS just doesn't want to constantly be updating the web source, and that's why it's not showing anything. Yeah, I think that, because I haven't gotten the 5-star certification, if you see what we're talking about down there, it's, dropping us a little bit higher up than usual, but okay, we'll still get some good rating. We'll get some value. Loot rooms to check. I think so. I think he is correct about that. Because you get a... It's tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. For anyone less familiar with Spiral Knights. It is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star equipment, with 5-star being and you have to complete like a certification, like you have 1 5-star shield, you have 5-star weaponry, you have 5-star armor, in order to unlock later levels and like difficult stuff. But a lot of these daily stuff, like the danger missions, are tied to whatever your rank is at the start of the day, and this character is not 5-star certified just yet. I just got access to the recipes. I've started making a lot more of my 5-star equipment. It should not be very long now, but it is not the case just yet. I should double check. I've got the, he does not have a vortex bomb. I've got like the freeze mist bomb, which is very good, but if someone has the vortex bomb, that can be some synergy grab. I would mess him up if I use my bomb, so I don't want to be considerate, you know? Oh, so that's a dead knot that I was talking about earlier. These guys have that shield constantly in the front, so you cannot harm them from the front. They also have the ability to revive zombies that die near them. So you want to usually clear them out and then get zombies, but you can also kind of pick them off if they're on the other side of the arena. A little bit tricky sometimes, a little bit dicey. Here. That is also, that's the same effect as the dead knots. Any zombies that die near that totem will get revived, so you can fight them away from it. But it only applies to the zombies. The other ghosts and everything. Fine. Okay. Go. Ooh. I'll use a barrier. Because the barriers can hit through the shields. That's why I usually save for the dead knots. Because they are very good damage and they can hit around the shields. Sorry, focus it on dodging that guy. You can use them to like brute force the dead knots a little bit, but obviously 100%. I died in the yeah. That's fine. Yep. Push back. It is, I will say, I was definitely playing a little bit worse at points yesterday. Even with Jenny here to keep an eye on chat, it does now just feel, and I can't be the first person to make this observation, it feels a little bit like texting driving, you know? Like I just keep looking over to the side, looking for another visual input while I'm mid-combat. Here we go. Oh, he abandoned me. I don't know if he intended to abandon me. He might think, because a lot of people think that you don't get an arsenal halfway through, he might be planning to rejoin, or he might just have something. Which is fair. That's fine. That is completely fine. He could have said something, but... level up our sprite. Healthy boost. Fantastic. That is the one that I'm using. Very, very good. Okay. Oh, he just logged off. Yes, he was busy. Come back to it all alone. I'm gonna try real quick. Alt-tab. It might be the chroma key. I'm sorry. I know this is bad stream. Left behind. I was left behind. I was abandoned. I'm gonna remove chroma key just because I want to see. There's nothing. There's nothing on it. Okay. Alright. We don't get Twitch chat on screen, y'all. Very sorry to say. But I can still see you, so... Yeah, alright. Let's keep going. This room, like I said, this mission does scale pretty well. This mission, this room can get a little dicey. We are gonna just try our darndest to keep everything locked down. We're gonna kill these howitzers to start out. Make sure we're dodging and shielding everything. Okay, go. Now, what we can do, we can either pick these guys off when they're far enough away, or we can just go for not next. Which, if he's frozen, that's a little bit easier. And when he's further away, that makes sense. I'm gonna use... Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, and then he's gonna try to revive here so we can get in some damage. Beautiful. Okay, so we caught him while he had that animation going. That was very, very clean. Sometimes I'm good at the video game. Alright, we just gotta wait for the zombie to despawn, because it's looking for a revive, but that revive doesn't exist. We can go through this section in either direction. I usually go right first. I don't know if that's optimal or not. That's just what I do. So. Zombie there. Put some distance. It's a quieter day, but I am still surprised that there are so many people just hanging out. I think without the chaos of Jenny and Ethan, everyone's a little bit more chill. Which means that I just have to yap for hours and hope that y'all want to listen to that. We did wake up that Crusader there, which is fine because we do have to fight these guys eventually. If you do not fight them yet, they will wake up later. So I usually just clear them at this point. I'm gonna go slow and methamphetamine. I don't know. Slow and methodical. I was aiming for. Zombie. I see another one over here. We are gonna wake this guy up. We're gonna go ahead and him. Oh, bad. Okay. Because usually it's charge attack in a couple of hits. I think this, because I upgraded it to a 5-star from a level 10 4-star item, it's a little bit weaker than it has been the last couple times I've run this mission, but I think it's still strong enough that we can handle this pretty well. That defense. There we go. Okay. Up. In really good condition. It was the last crystal that we checked for the button. That's crazy. I was talking about it a little bit yesterday. I think that the broad culture of Spiral Knights is speedrunning at this point, and that makes sense. It's been, you know, the game has been out since, like, you know, 2011, and anybody that's still playing it knows everything like the back of their hand and wants to just get through it very quickly. But I think that the way I approach the game is not, you know, super slow, but I do, if I'm given space to carefully eliminate a couple of enemies, I'm not going to just dive in head first, you know? Unless I am very confident that my sword will clear them out. And I don't tend to make the builds of Chaos Set or Black Cat, where you are just, you know, a glass cannon. Does not mean that I am not hoping for a for a rebalance patch. That's been a big point of discussion, and I do hope they rebalance some of it. But like this room, if you walk up there, you will wake up all 3 of them. But I'm like, why not just take them, 1 and 2? It's just a little bit safer. If I'm in a group and someone walks up there, I'm not going to flame them. I will happily take my time and be a little bit safer about it. Yep. Alright, this room is pretty dicey. Because if you see that first set of gates there, that's going to stay locked. You have to deal with the big group of enemies here. I think we're going to use some consumables here. We might have to brute force this. We'll see what we're... Because we start with this, which is already a pain. At least the spikes do not activate just yet. Got a little bit of wiggle room. Little bit of damage taken. Likely quite a bit more if we're not careful. Okay, that was clean. That was clean so far. Got the Crusaders dealt with. Again, for anyone joining the stream, I am attempting this. I'm not going to waste a ton of sparks on it if I die early, and then I will go into the arcade runs for anyone who wants to join. But so far, this has been going fairly cleanly. No, I think I do have to walk up here. Evidently not a ton, but a little bit to trigger them. We're going to use this barrier here. Oof. Okay. We're on fire. We are alive. For now. This. We need to get some charge attacks here going. Keep on stepping. Keep on stepping. Got that heart. Nope. Okay. Okay. That's a fine emergency revive. That could have been better, could have been worse. I'm fine with that. I wanted to kill that Silkling, but it, like, glitched out the shield from the Crusader there. Okay. Okay. Very goofy interactions back there, but we're alive. Okay. Cat there. Keep on stepping. Yes. Thank you, Sazgen. Which again, I'm assuming we are happy with just telling people that is Jenny. Jenny is unavailable to stream with me. Jenny is with us in spirit. One more cat. Tiny little bit of health. Pop. Alright. We used the emergency revive. We're at basically full health. We still got 2 health capsules. Again, could be better, could be worse. I don't want to spend more than like 2 sparks on this. But I'm willing to spend a couple if we get to that last room. Let's grab our health capsule there. Our key. Moving. Yeah, at this point, if we had not cleared out the Crusaders in that room, they would have all woken up anyways, so... Like I said, I always like to just kill them before getting too far ahead of myself. We do the dash there, that drops the aggro. Probably could have held off on it even longer. If you're playing solo, you can drop the aggro from dashing with those howitzers and try to like come out that way. Zombies. I kept every time that I ran this the first couple of times, I kept purposefully exploding them. You can literally just keep walking. They do not drop anything. They are not worth it. Now we can see that we can get in there. Get all the way around. These ones we probably will deal with in the sense that, like, you need space to go back, and the ones up ahead do drop. Okay. Okay. That guy I don't think ever wakes up. I don't think we have to come back this way to deal with them. This section is either very easy or kind of a pain, depending on how it goes. We'll see. We'll see. Gotta get 4 of these up here is what we're doing. I usually don't want to go out of my way to get cats, but they do cause problems if you don't. Okay, okay. Little... Kind of slow down. That dash again drops aggro, so down a little bit. These explosions do hurt the cats. Kind of use them to whittle them down a little bit. Great. Yep. Got 2 more. Oh, we got 1 more to grab. Okay. Doing that guy over here. Alright, this arena has historically cost me my revive, cost me sparks. So I just gotta play a little out of my mind, you know? Play really, really good. In particular, again, those Crusaders on the outside here, they will wake up at the end anyways, so if you can kind of wake them up one at a time and try to whittle them down, that can be a good idea. That can also cause its own set of problems, so... And sometimes they do just get woken up regardless of exact intentions. So that's fine too. Charge this up. Got 2 of them roaming. Got 2 of them dead. That's... Bombies, we can stop them from escaping if we remember to hit these, but that only lasts for so long, so in single player, I don't know how worth it really is, but we'll hit that now because we're kind of slowing down, and I think I do want to take out the other Crusaders if we can. Dropped aggro, spin a little bit. I looked away. And this means it's going to be a new phase here. No? No. Okay, so there's another cat hidden away somewhere. Yes, that's very good. Now, in theory, we can pop these. Pop him. Okay, slight lag spike there. Lost track of what was happening. Okay, not the best. Not the best, not the worst. We got all 4 of them dead. That's really good, actually. Got a freeze bomb up and ready for whatever's spawning in next. And clear those guys out a little bit here. I would love to kill this guy if I can. There we go. Good deal. Good deal. That Silkwing needs to die, or it's just going to keep healing everything up. I want that attack. I need to heal. Oof, okay. Juked around me there. So I think this next phase 2, they will stop respawning, but there will be a dead knot that can revive them, so it's kind of much of a muchness. It's really weird, actually. We want to kill with the bomb so that we have these active. Oh, dead knot's still not alive yet. Okay, okay. Interesting. This probably would have been a really good phase for the heart attack, but I used it on the, my sprite's on cooldown there. Get a couple of them. Chance for some healing items as we're going into the last phase here. Okay, okay. Coolin', chillin'. Using this to get them so that we don't have to deal with as much. Yep. Okay. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. We're gonna need to use. Okay. Okay. This is real not. Pop that in there. Hope to deal damage to something. Okay. Because at this point, if the bombies go off, as long as they don't get revived by the dead knot, they're gone. So that is kind of what we're enabling for, more than ever. Okay, okay. That's real bad. That's real bad. They just kind of cornered me there. There. That died into his area, so he's going to use the revive. He doesn't tend to spam it, so I think he's going to leave that dead zombie. You know you charge. But back. We put him in gay baby jail. Alright. We literally just have to wait for him to be released. You like that. I think if I'm too close while he's doing the charge, he will hurt me, but we literally just cannot do. Can I shoot him with the steel actually? Ooh. New strat just dropped. And he just gets released anyways, that's fine. Alright, alright. Definitely not the worst that I have seen that room. But that is hopefully a good sign. We do still have to escape with the key. But definitely could have gone worse. Oh, there was a health capsule. Yes. Capsule. use that. Alright, alright. Final arena. This room is a little bit of a nightmare. But it's fine. We'll do fine. We'll do good. I'm willing to use... I'm going to say 2 sparks, and we'll just see how it goes. The problem is that it turns into, like, sunk cost, because if I use 2 sparks and don't win, then I'm just not removing the cost. But if I use 3 sparks and I win, then that's basically, you know, that it's how they get you. Is how they get you. Try to get some more. Okay, to get all the way out of that. Problem is, as long as that silver is live, things are just gonna get healed up from the chip damage. There we go. There we go. We're cleaning up shop. All right, all right. Got full health. We got another heart on the another couple hearts sitting out. We've got full capsules. That's really good. That is unironically just great. Alright. Gotta get the Howitzer out of here. I believe after the Howitzer, we're gonna get that first wave of zombies with a revive totem. Yep, there's the totem. And we get all the... It's bombies, not just zombies. I'm gonna go in this one. And the Crusaders do not count as part of the kind of swarm at this point, so if we do not kill them, they will be just hanging around for the next phase of enemies. That's a little bit what I was scared of. Okay, that's fine. Okay, okay. Could be better. Definitely could be a lot better right now. Things could be going a lot better. They could be going a lot worse, but just gotta kind of lock in here. We don't have any silk wings, so nothing's getting extra healing. We're schmoving. Okay. Get the bombies dealt with away from the dead knot so they do not revive. Love that. Love to see that. That is a somewhat inefficient use of a charge attack on a combustor, but we do gotta get started cleaning them up. We'll do it again. Oh, gosh, okay. That's fine. That is fine. Beautiful. Okay, okay. One Crusader down. Dead Knot is injured. Okay, Lumbers are down. That's very good. We do want to clear out the Crusader before we go to the next phase here. I thought those couple attacks would be enough. That's fine, that's fine. And he dropped a health capsule. That's huge. We'll get that damage in. Get him to... Oh. Interrupted the revive. We've got the skull on the ground, so that's going to give us a couple seconds here before the next wave action. That's good. Going to be more bombies. Oh. Okay, we're not going to get that back to that corner yet. That's fine. That's fine and dandy. Back in here. Okay, let's get our health capsule. Have that defense boost. And we got those all isolated, so they only revive if they're spawning, if they're dying in that corner. You now want to deal some damage to the Crusaders, although I think this is starting basically the final phase. They will just revive in the next phase. Yep. Okay. Okay. That's fine. So now what we need to do is we need barriers and we need big charge attacks. Big ol' charge attacks. Because we need to get them poisoned and we need to keep hammering damage in, if we can at all, in all of this. Okay. I said I'd use a couple. While we have the invincibility frames, we're going to get in there. We're going to deal that damage. We're going to kill one of them. Beautiful. Okay, okay. One down. Okay. That Silkwing is probably the one that revives. That's fine. If we can kill it, that gives us a little bit of wiggle room. Okay. Okay, lots of projectiles. Wasn't worth it. That's fine. I should probably focus on using the shield from my battle sprite in this phase. That's fine. Okay. I'm gonna go down again. Yep. Okay, okay. F, you died. I didn't even see who said that, but yes, that is correct. I did not want to die, but I did in fact die. Silkwing's down. He's on fire. That's really good. That is good. That is good. And I'm using the beam and not the shield, but that's fine. Did he die? No. Okay. I don't know. I was like, if he died, we're fine. We're clean. But no, he did not die yet. I am almost certainly going to die again at this rate. Okay, that's fine. We just got to get him quick. Come on. Okay, okay, okay. Got him. It's not going to end here. We do still have to kill the other standard enemies. But that is significantly more doable. One more down. Zombies may be a little bit of a pain, but they should die quickly. Once this guy dies, everything should despawn. Okay, okay. Oh, gosh. F you died. Oh, hello, Ajopal. So much has been happening over there. I am back. Rough. Twitch doesn't accept my browser. What browser are you using? Firefox. I don't know if there's a difference. There shouldn't be a difference. I don't know what Twitch is on over there. We did it, Reddit. We got there. All right, all right. Fantastic. We got some lore. That's for you to read if you so choose to play this game and beat things. The lore is very fun. I do like Spiral Knight. This is a very fun game. We got our Silver Mail leveled up. Fantastic. Okay. Spiral Knight's still an active game. Yesn't. We were celebrating, we being the Spiral Knights community, was celebrating very loudly and verbosely that we had hit like over 1,000 players on Steam for the first time in ages. There are other launchers, so that is not the entirety of the player base, but it does give you a little bit of insight that, like, yeah, this is a pretty quiet game. The big thing that brought so much hype back is that the people that own the game have made a very clear declaration that they are going to keep working on it. They had kind of dropped it for a long time. And and then they had another MMO project fail them, and they were like, well, we didn't know what we had with Spiral Knights. We're gonna rebalance things. We're gonna add new content. So they are currently working on that, but we have not gotten anything new yet. Just some balancing changes and like some events coming back through. But no, I'm like, there's a lot of there are people still loyal to the game. It's a very fun game. I've introduced it to some friends. You know, and I am at this very moment in my life, I have a lot of free time. We will see how long that persists, but I've got a lot of time to get on the grind and get stuff done. I was hoping to grab even just 3 radiant. We got one of our sparks of life back that we spent. But no, I gotta just buy some radiant orbs. That's fine. We will make good use of these. No, it's a very fun game. I would recommend it with the caveat that it is a dead MMO currently. You are not joining a current active community by any means. Also, just now seeing how much of, like, how far the camera's tilted. You guys a little bit there. There we go. Yeah. Spiral Knights, man. 3, 7. Let's do that. I'm just doing all of my leveling up, all of my inventory management, following that. I play fighting games. Yeah, the line between dead MMO and dead fighting game, I get that. I very much get that. It is not altogether a different world. Absolutely. So I did complete the danger mission. That was the first thing that I was going to do today. Follow up to that, as is the stream title, I'm going to be going into arcade here, and I'm going to keep an open public lobby. So again, if you are someone watching the stream, someone who has access to Tier 3 or on my friends list, you're welcome to join me, to ping me that you are in chat. Specifically, come up and poke me in game if you are in chat. That would be very fun. We're gonna do one run of Onyx Kinggate. I'm cringe. I only played Spiral Knights for the free Team Fortress 2 hat. That got a lot of people into Spiral Knights. No, that is very fair. That is where a lot of people started. We're gonna do Onyx Kinggate. We're gonna be running Vanaduke at the bottom here, and then we will do Amber Nightgate for those sleep levels down there. That's what I'm planning on doing. I'm going to be running them top to bottom, so create public party. And like I said, run up, give me a poke in game if you're joining me. Yeah, I started playing actually just before Spiral Knights went on Steam. But that definitely gave the game quite a bit of attention, quite a bit of life, that is for sure. Already got our shadow equipment. Yeah, I think this is fine for Dark City. Dark City is fiends and undead. Mostly fiends and some similar enemies to what we've already been fighting. And with the danger mission, for anyone not super familiar with Spiral Knights, anytime you're in a mission, people cannot join unless they're already friended to you once you're in the mission. However, with arcade, anyone should be able to join me whether they are friended or not at this point. Assuming you have access to Tier 3. If you're earlier in the game, you might not. people join unless you're friended. Evelites deal so much damage. It's crazy, actually. Because they spawn as these big, huge groups, and they will just nuke your health bar down. There, I'm assuming there's another wave. Yep. Got all 3 of them on fire. Love that for me. Overtimer down here that's going to deal some extra damage. That sucks. There. Pop, pop. I think I'm getting some very light lag spikes. Hopefully y'all are not experiencing anything crazy over there. There we go. I do wish I had chat on screen for you guys. Like I said, I tried to make it happen. It just was not one. Okay. That's okay. That was definitely some more lag spikes. Fortunate. Random party boxes in the middle of the level. I don't know if I've seen that before. But different. Green one first, demote this one. There we go. Keep it easy. Oh, this looks like a fun little arena. We've still got our revive, which we will, at this rate, probably have to use to get one more. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I just play out of it. Even them separate. Well, would have been good. that's fine. Projectiles. We kill this one. Don't come into effect here. Kill this one. That one's gonna turn into a pit boss. This one will turn back to the lowest level. Could have done the gun around there, but it's fine. We're right at the lift. Another wave. Lots of open air devilites, a little bit scary. Oh, up. Kill this one. I don't think it'll have an impact this far out, actually. Okay. Got 2 overtimes back there. That's spooky. Spooky scary. Oh my gosh. Please keep that one separate. This guy, that resets this one. Okay, okay. Not bad. We get a little bit of healing right here. Don't know. Got a health capsule. I don't want to use that. That is going to just be a waste of. Onward and downward. think this is going to be spawning. Oh, a little bit of everything. Oh, and I've cornered myself with the key. But ideal. Very much ideal. Now that we're a little bit lower, that's a good range to use the capsule for. Great, another little arena here. Honestly, why would you even use it than a 5-star fish? Let's be so full. Just nukes everything. So look at that. Crazy. Okay, that's the revive. Could you do a no damage challenge? Depending on what, when, where. I have seen some crazy no damage runs in this game, but again, I think that the community has broadly drifted away from that. The community is very focused on how much damage can you take safely without, you know, just losing the run outright, which can be very polarizing. I don't know. I think that I am very comfortable playing this game with a, you know, I got my, my proper equipment. I don't just die in one hit if I do things wrong, but I can also still kill things relatively quickly. I'm not just clearing out rooms in 12 seconds with these perfectly timed charged attacks, you know? I don't know. I'm very happy with where I'm at playing this game right now. But I think that there are some people that are very, very good at this game in very specific ways. Ooh, lots of projectiles here. Okay, okay. There we go, that cleared out. Just die. Okay. Stun from those guys can be very brutal. I think what we've got back here is... This guy gets demoted, and we deal now. One more group. Snarb if I'm just doing weird attacks. Most of these guys are going to be weak to piercing. And we do not want to die. We don't want to have to spark life. Here we go. Okay, okay. We got there. We got there. A little bit dicey. And still no one joining us. It's just a bad time of day, I guess. Because this is just public to the community. I guess that's another instance of the liveliness of the Spiral Knights community. Usually I get a full party in arcade, but it definitely depends on time of day, what you're actually running, you know. It is what it is. Got a forge box from that. That's very good. Hey, look at that! Speaking of... That's crazy. That's crazy timing. Again, if you are in stream, please feel free to run up and give me a poke. But I'm not gonna just assume everyone is here watching the stream, so... Hey, look, full house, full party. Very cool. Very cool to see. Oh, hello. Now you can watch someone who's good at the game. Wave, I believe. Yep. Wasn't sure which one spawned where, but yeah. Okay. And because I already have a stack of healing capsules, this will go away now. It does scale hit points for parties, but you just output so much that it does not end up mattering in the slightest. That room, but we still got more. I do want to keep the status here. I need to remember what I'm actually doing at the end of this room. Status capsules, barriers are usually good. At least for me and the way that I play, I should say. But we've got the ring. We need to worry about it too. We use a frost barrier, we can get that back pretty much immediately. You have the strike needle and you line it up. The Trojans just die. Those can be very scary enemies otherwise. They're very similar to the Dead Knots which are right here. For anyone not familiar with the game. Alright. Just cleaned up shop. And there's our other spark of life. We've paid off the initial danger mission. That's awesome. Love to see that. Love. So we'll probably want to buy more stun guns. Looks like someone left already. A little weird. Nothing to level up. I do usually hold off on checking my pet until terminal if we got a party, because it does tend to go quite a bit faster with the party. Okay, that's rude. Ah, okay. And pop this up. Oh, okay. This questioning some of the decisions my party's making here, but that's fine. Oh no, we still got everyone. Why did I think someone had left? I don't know. Man. Ah. Wait. This is literally stairs. Stairs and chairs. Again, we did play this level yesterday. Anyone not familiar with this level, though? The big black cats, the Grimalkin, are invulnerable. You just gotta make sure you get to Candlelight, which they cannot occupy, or just dodge the attack. Which it is, it's relatively easy to dodge the attack. There's just, they spawn so many of them in player that it can be a little tricky. It gets a little dicey. Go back and grab my loot here. The candle stays lit while we're leaving. Loot room over here. Those candles, if it's orange, the candles go out. If it's blue, they stay lit forever. You do kind of want to try on them. Oof. Zombies are like, for sure, the thing that every Spiral player is killed of. Because, like, there's plenty of missions where they just throw you against a ton of them. But there is also very specifically, Van Duke, what we're doing today, is the most popular place to grind for Bunny. And it is 80% zombies. And then there's, you know, Legion of Almire, which is all zombies. There's Ghosts in the Machine, which we talked about earlier, is predominantly zombies. There's just a lot of zombies in this game. I don't know. A lot of zombies and a lot of excuses to fight zombies. Oh, he used the spark. I did not know. I saw someone emergency revive earlier. I did not catch them. That's unfortunate. Clear all that out. Okay, drop the ember there. Here we go. It's another Sparky. People are just dropping like flies in here. I gotta be careful. But we're at this lift. This is the halfway point for arcade. Greetings, mortals. Hello, hello, Nasamu. Good to have you back. Clockwork Terminal you can buy recipes at. A lot of the recipes in this game, the crafting recipes, are available anywhere, essentially. But stuff for like This stuff is its own separate thing. And this is like a boss recipe. Right now, there's nothing that I need. If there's anything that Kenny needs right now, or anyone else I'm playing with, but... Alright, Vanaduke. My one and only saved loadout for Vanaduke that I had to mess with a little bit to make sure that I had the right stuff. But... pretty well equipped. If everyone abandons me, I can run Vanaduke solo. It is definitely definitely a little bit trickier for me, but I think people are planning on staying. They were all like re-equipping and healing up, so hopefully we got a 4-stack. You wanted to make me re-download Spiral Knights. Dude, it's a good time to get back into it. Forge has become much easier, so it's much easier to level everything up. The economy is dead, which means that like energy is cheap. Yeah. Oh, I don't think they realized it's Vanaduke. This is normal. Wait, are they referencing? I don't know if they're referencing something on stream or if they're referencing difficulty. I always run on Elite. I don't know what they're referencing there. Never actually. I saw you said something to Samu. Let me try not to die to the giant wheels. I never actually played it that much, so I'll be an experience basically for me. It's a fun game. It's a very fun game. I don't know. So me and Jenny are playing a ton. And then I'm just tanking hits that I should not be needing to. Oh, we got another freeze mist as well. Love to see that. Yeah, I do have a guild that I am still on my main characters, but I don't know if I'm gonna want to rejoin them. Okay, we're just doing it like that. Or if I would want to like join a bigger guild or like start our own guild, maybe. But there's people playing. There's people that could help you out, that could guide you, you know. Yeah. Gosh, I need to concentrate though. I keep tanking hits that I should not be tanking here. We're also playing through this section on a weird pace for me, I will admit, but that's neither here nor there. Okay. Gotta get out of the respawn area. And I'm sure this one's died. I just want to see if it drops loot. Yeah, okay. Cool. Now they're already getting up past where I'm at. I played up to getting access to the upgrade area or something. Not very far at all. That is fair. That is very, very fair. They're just gonna be the next button. No, they're still out here. Guy. My guy. Oh, they've got. Okay. So this is the anti-synergy I was talking about earlier, if you guys were hearing that, the freeze bombs kind of mess up anyone using these sorts of vortex bombs. That's fine. I will probably just save the freeze bomb for the boss with that being the case. Or for anything that I'm running solo if we split up. They're waiting for the big spawns. I get it. Just a second. Just give us a second here. Ooh, they messed it up. Okay, that's fine. Fine. There we go. So Trojans like the dead knots, you have to hit them from behind, you have to get the crystal. If you line it up right with that charge attack, you can basically just one-tap them, but it does take a little bit of practice, and sometimes they spawn in the wrong spot, so it happens. It happens to everyone. I started for the first time with from Sazgen while we were talking about the... Yeah. It's... Like I said, it is a good time to start if you are the sort of person that would want to start playing a dead MMO. Like, it is definitely still dead. Do not fool yourself. I'm gonna grab a Veilstone. But, you know. Right. Shard quartz. I don't know if this is a popular or unpopular opinion. I think, unironically, Charred Court is one of the best designed levels of this game. Single floors. I'm skipping over the dialogue there, but we are essentially bringing back 6 of these sprites out of 8 areas upcoming here, and we can kind of pick which challenges we're dealing with. I think it's just very well done. It's a very clean little section. Everyone kind of splits off and deals with whatever section they're comfortable with. But you still like crossing paths and running into each other. I think it's a very fun little level. And I think it's very indicative of... Spiral Knights is not a puzzle game by any means, but it does have, like, map design that feels like it's puzzle. Kinda. It has map design where it's like, go grab this thing and come back. Or you cannot get through here until you have X item. And I think that this level very much is a very good and fun example of that. So, I don't know. Up. Also, I do not at all have to clear out the zombies here. I just would like to, because it's more money, it's more loot. Gotta keep them out of the respawn zones. Good a hit. Okay. The only problem is multiplayer scaling. These guys take quite a few more hits. But I would far rather have a... I don't know why people always do the rocket puppy room. You just don't have to. That's the thing. Here, because I'm gonna go get all the loot here. Like, you just very much do not have to do the rocket puppy room, and that is one of the most obnoxious ones. The wheel room is fun, and I got pretty good at that for a while, but it also just doesn't have loot. So, those are the 2 rooms I always skip. If I had to change something in this level, I would probably want a little bit more loot in the wheel room, but I don't know how you would go about that comfortably, so I don't know. An interesting conundrum. Because, like, if you just added a bunch of like treasure boxes back there, then that gives like a chance for you to find rarities and stuff, which then is balancing the loot weird. I don't know. Now everyone got to haul ass to get their own loot. Yep. Once everyone clears out the rooms, you got to just run around grabbing the loot from everyone else's rooms. But I always, once I clear out one side, I always stop to clear out, you know, most of the zombies in the middle, if not all of them. Now I'll come over here and see what this room is. We don't have to do that room if we're doing the puppy room. We'll see if they want. That's no problem. Might reach. Almost reached. There we go. Okay. There we go. I've got a skedaddle, but have a good stream. Adios, sir. Good to have you. And yeah, let me know if you do end up re-downloading. I would love to do a little bit with you. Oh gosh, it saw us right. Yeah, this room is no bueno. I'm gonna let them keep going. Hope that it loses track of me. Because that guy will just keep respawning and he will just keep shooting at you. Why people always go for that. Just not a very good room. One of the biggest bad changes is switching to instanced from shared. I don't know. I do remember... I don't know. It's an exploitable room. It is. If you're going one at a time, it's very exploitable. Because you can just dash across the bottom there, but I feel like in multiplayer, it's just not worth it to risk it. No, I don't have any strong opinions on the way the loot is handled. I also don't... I was not very smart about this game when I was playing back in, like, you know, 2012, 2015, so I don't know if there's a major loss or difference in terms of modern loot mechanics versus what we used to have. I do remember it, but I don't remember a whole lot about it, in all honesty. Pretty sure I got both the party rooms, followed them around up there. We didn't do that. Got everything. Back then, if you picked something up, it picked up for everyone. That's right. Saved on time. That is actually, yeah. Yeah, that is a pretty big change, actually. Also, the elevator prices. Because the elevator, was it everyone, or was it just host had to pay for the elevator? I remember it being everyone. Definitely made progression feel different. In terms of, like, world building, I talked a little bit about, like, story and lore earlier. I think that Mist Energy and Crystal Energy, purely from the perspective of how the world is established in this game, was very cool. Why are they going that way? We got the statue, bud. We gotta go this way. You know, I think it was very interesting. Can't speak for or against it. It's like, broadly, you know, it is better to be able to just keep playing, right? Because I remember as a kid having limited screen time playing free-to-play and being told, like, yep, you have time to be on the computer. You want to play Spiral Knights, but you are out of Mist Energy. You just cannot right now. And that sucked. That sucked so much. So for that perspective, I do like it, but we lost a little bit of the identity of this game. Not in a crazy bad way, but just in a, like, you know, that's an era That is an era of the game that's gone now. Considering the level of content, I think the elevator wasn't necessary. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Well, and that is, I mean, this game, there's so many things that could be done to keep this game alive. Obviously, like, rebalancing would be fantastic. We need to get people out of the Vanity grind. You know, I don't even have the mission available, and I'm running through Arcade to get to Vanaduke, such that I've got my Crest of Almire here, you know? But, I don't know. There's so much that could be done, and hopefully we start to see some of that. I'm willing to give them a chance if that's what they say they're gonna start doing. I don't need a charging. Focusing on the conversation, not paying attention to what I'm doing. Through my notes. Super fast through. Ah. Oh well. Could have put myself out there too, but that's fine. Make it safer for me. If I need to stop, I can make that. Here we go. This is another room that, again, I tend to play very slow. Multiplayer does not always play that slow, so we will see how people want to go about this. Okay. We're going. Boy, howdy, we're going. Alright. Which, like, I know zombies are not too scary. It's just numbers. You just get overwhelmed by numbers. Wonder if he got cornered by the Trojan. That might have been. I don't know. I didn't see what was happening on that side of the room. I was too focused on what I was dealing with. Got there. Fire in the flames here. And of course, I talk about taking that room slow. We do have to take this next room a little bit slow by design. This is the meat grinder for anyone who has not played this game. And if you're paying attention, you will very quickly understand why. Trying to get it back up. And we do even have, like, very slow infinite healing if we need it. It's just so many rooms. I don't know how many it is, actually. I knew at one point, but depends. This room is either, depending on the party, depending on the equipment, it's either the most satisfying thing or it's just a little bit of a slog. There. Get him in the bubble. Oh. Want to be hanging out over here. I would like to be on that side. There we go. That went pretty quick. That went very quick, actually, relative to how long I've seen that room run. Good deal, good deal. So, we are apparently losing someone. This is the one where you want to throw right there. Awesome. I don't know why you would just I mean, I know why, but I always just clear out that little bit around the pedestal there just to be safe. I don't know. Trojan that spawns back there. Beautiful, beautiful. This is the one room that I do not take super slow because it is... I mean, even then, I do tend to wait to spawn all the zombies. Because it's groups of 2. You get all of them and you can do buffs and bombs and things. Crazy. I think this was the Trojan. Right. Okay. Final floor before the boss. Oh, we got a little bit. We could do either. I'm fine with either. I do just want to control them to get this out of the way. He's out of here. We gotta get him out of there. We can't just run around with it. I have the Trojan spawn here. Ooh, that's bad. That's a little tough. Okay. There we go. Okay. Good deal. Wolvers running around, those aren't a big deal. Out. Oop, big lag spike there. Oh, we got someone joining us. Okay. So they, for this section of the arcade, they would have to be friends with someone to join, or like guild mates or something. Interesting. Like, okay, they are in the same guild. I was trying to check. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I always... Oh. Are you in the stream? I feel like you have said one or two things that make me wonder if you're in the stream, but I don't know. Right. This is... I have been getting actively in this room, actually, unironically. When I started on this character like a month or two ago, I would clear this room solo without dying, and now I spend like 1 or 2 sparks sometimes, so hopefully with a party I do just fine. Historically, with a party for Vanaduke, I can clear the whole thing with 4 sparks, and that would be... Obviously, the sparks are expensive. And also, I mean, I've been upgrading to 5-star, which can make you weaker sometimes, but overall should make you strong. It's a whole thing, but it's fine. We're doing... Clearing out the zombies, we're getting some... We did not get the Trojan, which is... There we go. And I think those Trojans in single player are what gets me. Because it's so hard to line up the proper time to, like, get them to spawn in and kill them and continue to dodge the zombies, but it's definitely possible. It's just a little tougher relative to multiplayer where they just spawn in and die. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy work. We love to see it. Try to get out of here, get a charge attack. Vortex bomb. I did not let it finish charging. Okay. Being stupid now. Getting hard carried by these guys. Here we go. That was really clean. We did use, I think everyone used an emergency revive by the looks of it. We didn't actually use any sparks that I'm aware of. So that's very good. Get the little secret room back here. Alright, alright. Down to the boss we go. I guess look away for spoilers if you are you're wanting to play this game yourself. Oh, we lost him again. They joined for a floor, they left again. That's crazy. I always ask because the classic strat was using mist, but okay. But a lot of people like to use damage nowadays, so I always like to ask, you know, just to be safe. Oh, that's perfectly not cutting off the dialogue. That's crazy. That is crazy. Okay, okay. Here we go. Lord Vanaduke. And he's swinging right out the gate. Okay. Sometimes he does that, sometimes he doesn't. Wild. That defense down debuff. We love that. Alright, we're going into the next phase. They've got water. Trust them. So you have to... The mask is going to float around shooting projectiles at us. We have to hit it with the water so that it's vulnerable, and then we have to deal as much damage as we can while it's vulnerable. It does not last very long. This phase is definitely the phase that I am the worst at. And just plop one down. That should last just long enough. Someone's using their emergency revive. There. I am also keenly aware that I am not dealing as much damage as them, so I'm not going to be as likely to pull full aggro. Yeah. Okay, a little bit late on the water there. That's fine. Fine. Okay, that's my emergency revive. I need to make sure to use healing items when I come back here as the fight is progressing. Okay, good. Okay, we're gonna use health capsule there. I do have the status capsule, but I don't necessarily use that. I should use that here. No, we used to. Oh, okay, that's fine. Not doing bad. We're gonna clear up some of this. That fire's just gonna stick around, and that's significantly more dangerous. That's the wrong weapon. Alright. Oh! We got him. Okay. They just focused damage hard. They got him. I'm getting hard carried here. That's crazy. Crazy work. Because the Orb of Alchemy, very valuable, very rare. And like I said, Vanaduke is the best place for anyone that doesn't know Spiral Knights for getting anything and everything. For getting Orbs of Alchemy, for getting Radiant Fire Crystals, just for getting crowns so that you can buy those things, you know? I'm gonna quickly show off the core to y'all. I'm not gonna talk to anyone about the lore. That guy has some very outdated dialogue, but here we are. Core of the Clockworks. All the way at the bottom of the world. Or I guess, the middle of the world. But yeah. It's very cool sight. Alright, one arcade run down. How long have we been live for? 1:49? We're probably going to be live for quite a little bit longer here, because, again, I do want to do another Clockworks run here. But we will stop in Haven, we will level stuff up, post new auctions here. Ooh, gonna need to buy more, buy quite a few more fire crystals, potentially. We're still burning through a lot of money. Alright. Maybe it's time for me to start. That was a misclick, but maybe it is time for me to start not using as many fire crystals. This one is so tempting because it could give me some very good things. We're gonna do it. Oh, I need to buy more energy anyways. Okay. It's fine. We're making good financial decisions on stream for today. It's what's happening right now. And don't ask questions that you're not prepared for the answer for. It didn't. That was such a huge waste of money. Energy's cheap. It is what it is. It's fine. Very funny, though. I'm here. Surely. Nada. Alright. Big waste of money. Big waste of money, big waste of time. Why does it mention Forge Prize box twice? Are the odds doubled? Essentially, yes. So, current forging, I don't know how different this is from before the update. You are guaranteed to level up no matter what. So it's always a 100% chance of leveling. If you use the lowest number of fire crystals, you will just level up. If you use the next set up, you have a chance for a double level up. If you use the max amount, you have a chance for a prize box. However, if you are going from level 9 to 10, that double level up is unnecessary. So it just becomes another roll for a prize box for the forge box. And those forge boxes are both economically valuable and just valuable for progression. Anything above a cracked box, I'm probably just going to open. Okay, and the market's coming back up. That's good to see. We'd love to see that. But the cracked boxes I do farm for some extra crowns, because these sell really, really well. So, yeah, for anyone not familiar with the current economy of Spiral Knights, it is very much powered by forge boxes at the moment. They're very valuable. What are we doing? 5 stars. Could have done a Reaper Bone there. I try to sit around and I'll probably need another Divine Star or 2 coming up here, but we can hold off on that. We're gonna go to the Bazaar. More handguns to level up. Because this next section, we're going to keep leveling those up all the way down. So, for anyone who wants to join me, again, you are more than welcome to. Let me... I believe this is going to be Beasts and Jellies the whole way down. Beasts for Stratum 5, and then Jellies for Stratum 6, including Starlight Cradle levels, the Sleep levels. This is going to be the gate that we're going to be going through. Amber Night Gate. Equip 4 piercing damage. Or whatever you want to use. I don't care. We'll try to level up Grand Faust. We'll see how that goes. Alright. That is where I am headed. If anyone wants to join me, again, if you are watching the stream, please give me a poke. Please let me know. I go straight down. Shock. Glitchy textures. Sozgen just dancing in the chat there. Sozgen, I'm sure, would love to join me, but Sozgen today and is just kind of hanging out in the background. That's fair. That's fair. Ow. For anyone new to the channel, well, first of all, I'm sorry if you followed and I didn't say anything. We need to set up like proper stream alerts. But I'm Judah, the J of JGErrant. Jenny is the G. So, for anyone who is not here. Dead end. This little layout is very fun. Because we will step on that button. We do want to that guy first. And we'll do a charge attack here. Yep. Says JGErrant not through my my computer, so that would be. Oh no, I'm the G to JGErrant. Okay, I see. I thought that she had logged on to the other account to send the message. Focus. I'm going to just die to this if I'm not careful. This is a lot of damage here. That charge attack took a little bit longer than I had planned for it to be charging. Okay. Corrupt Knight. This is another rando that I have friended from just being cool, you know? I think playing this gate the other day, actually. Sorry. They're just in the thick of it back there. That's crazy. A lot of spikes. Yeah. No, that was very much was. Very much. Alright. Oh. Chloe. Not that I particularly fire crystals. You can convert them down, and it is technically just barely cheaper to craft glowing fire crystals into cracked ones, compared to just buying them from like the vendor for crowns. Because you can't even spend energy on them. They're not in the supply depot for the 0 starfire crystals, but weird. Oh. Knocked him out of the path for him, but we got him. Hey, I want to kill him. It's here. Alright. Down we go. On level 7. There's quite a few levels that were designed much earlier in the life of Spiral Knights, and you can kind of tell that the design philosophy has shifted a little bit. And the Aurora Isles are definitely in that pool of, slightly different design. Needs re-equipping, I think. And we got someone else. Maxine Fox. I don't think this is someone. No, this either just a rando or someone from stream. Either way, good to have you. Probably. Through the arena. Say hi to him. Or just mid-combat. Charge on that is so slow. That would be a good variant role for this, and also just level it up and get through. Go. Oh. Maxine, if you were in stream, you should sign, or Gonna Mad for that matter. Don't have an elemental weapon for these guys. That's fine. Got a full party. Oh, we're safe. Cool. Definitely a random. Hello. Hello, Mud Aim. I'm assuming you're being cheeky now. Good to have you, though. Good to have you. No, it's so cool that this game is still active at all and that we can just hop on stream like this and, like, join people we're watching. I was, after yesterday's stream, I was so tempted to join someone that I was watching, but I had other things I needed to do at that point, so. But it's very cool to see. Yeah, there was some more, yep. Loot up here, and it works, so I'm not physically in game. Okay, definitely not me. Okay, never mind. But still, it's very cool. Bodyguard. Okay. Not sure if I'm following, but no, we're having fun. We're chilling. Out real quick. This one will do the heart attack on. I need to not take so much damage. Been on the game since 2011. I was playing since right before it ended up on Steam. I think right around 2020 technically would have been the exact time that I started, but I stopped playing around like 2016. Lost my account to a scammer, then made a new Steam account. This is the same account. I did link it. I do have my mains, but I started playing with Jenny of JGErrant. And decided to just make a new character, get some different equipment. So, but it's been a lot of fun. It's been very, very fun. So stopped playing around. Main, I don't know why, but I feel like your name is familiar. I think I sold you that. There may be some other connections, which again, with the game being a little bit smaller these days, smaller community, not uncommon to see. Very cool stuff. I don't know. I feel like I'm just now. I'm happy the game is still around. I'm happy people are still enjoying it. Is the long and short of it. The grind is atrocious on this game without modifying the game. Playing with people who share the same mindset. Yeah, I'm autistic. How could you tell? No, I get it. It's a grind. It is a lot. I think that right now, you know, obviously there's the Forge update, which is fantastic. Energy is also just so cheap right now. I never saw it drop below like trying to think. I got to even level up. I'm just not even focusing. I never saw it drop below like 6K back when I was playing, and the fact that it's just like 3K to 4K now is crazy. It's crazy work. Makes it so much different. Yeah. Jenny did right when we started playing. She got a mirrored lockbox, which we were able to sell for like 500K, like right out the gate, right before even getting to like tier 2. So that was also a huge boon in getting the both of us started and getting us some good equipment. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's that bad. Right now, a couple weeks ago, the Rage Box came out. Yep, spiked up, then now it went back down. Focus on that. With the Empires, this could suck. Got my sword. We'll be fine. Depending on the box promo, the energy might spike up to 5K crowns. Okay. I mean, but 5K is still... Like I said, when I started, it was like 6K before we went... Like, before the Steam launch. And then it was on Steam, and I remember it going up to like 12K crowns for a while. Like, it was expensive for a long time, so I will take anything under 6K. I don't know what was wrong with the devs back then. 80K for just... Yeah. No, I've seen some crazy numbers before, but it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. I don't know if Gunna is realizing what they're doing or doing it on purpose at this point. Oh no. Oh no. Back then must have been when they made money from people buying energy. True. Well, but that's the thing, is like, clearly they're still making some money, you know, because they had like the whole thing with like Puzzle Pirates, where they tried to make a new game and it flopped completely. But the fact that they were able to like fall back on Spiral Knights even after that shows that like they're clearly still making something off of this, which is crazy. But I don't know. I'm grateful to any people more autistic than me that were willing to keep playing this whole time and spend money on this. Crazy work. Those are the real heroes. Those are the people that kept this thing alive. I mean, obviously, you know, the devs as well, but they're just sitting there waiting for the... It's crazy. Oh, the Spike Barrage is going to be... Maybe. Random Asia guy made an alternate SK game MMO. It's so bad. I saw screenshots of it. I've not gone and like watched videos of it. It is very funny that it's literally just an asset rip, but yeah, I don't know. There's not a game that's exactly like Spiral Knights, because I was thinking about like what are the fundamental things of Spiral Knights if you were looking for a replacement, or if you were going to try to make a new one, you know? And I think there's just so much of it that is all of these parts combined, you know? I don't think you can make a Spiral Knights that's not an MMO is like the biggest thing, because obviously like MMOs are a genre that not everyone's a fan of, But I think that so much of this game is the community, and I don't think you can make a non-MMO Spiral Knights. Chromalisk with dragon wings. Oh gosh. Game textures bones to make all kinds of random creatures. Crazy, crazy work. Yeah. Spiral Knights is more of a dungeon crawler. But it's like, it's a dungeon crawler, but it is still... I think that the open party MMO aspects of it are still so much of what the game is. And I think that you would lose so much of it if you just made it like... Well, yeah, like old Zelda. If you made it just like a 2D Zelda game, I think you would still lose a good chunk of what the game's draw is. In my opinion. I don't know. Because I do love, like, I mean, Link to the Past, Link Between Worlds are some very fantastic. I love me a good 2D Zelda game, I will say. But I do think that Spiral Knights has more to it than just a Zelda game. They rebooted Ocarina. Yeah. Crazy work. I mean, not shocking, but it is very cool. It is very cool. I do want to get a Switch 2 at some point. I did put in quite a few hours onto my current Switch, but I was definitely a big Nintendo fan growing up. I have drifted away from them just financially, but I'm not a hater by any means. Are we not tired of rebooting the same games? New games when Nintendo? True. Yeah. I don't know. I think if you're talking about Nintendo... Oh, gosh, my phone is off and I'm using that as a camera. I'm gonna hop up and just make sure this isn't something that I should take. Hold on, y'all. Crazy. Stupid scam call. Gosh dang it. You're beyond the button at least. Okay, we still got camera. That's crazy timing. I'm not mad at the reboot. No, okay. I think you know, I think that if you're a Nintendo fan, you know what you're getting from Nintendo is kind of where it's at. Like, obviously we could hope for them to be different, but we also know how they behave. So it's like, you know, if I'm going to a Nintendo console, I'm not going to be upset that they're making the same Mario, the same Zelda, the same Pokemon especially. I mean, you know, we can hope for something better, we can theorize about it, we can get excited when they do something different, but I don't know. But in general, what an... By the way, you got a beefy computer. Not really. It was a beefy computer back in, like, 2014 when my brother helped me put it together. And I have, like, Ship of Theseus to replace some small parts, but it's not a crazy good computer by any means, yeah. In general, what new Nintendo game people really like that's good? I mean, I don't know. I think that Nintendo fans would not be upset at very useful. The recipe is true. I don't think Nintendo fans are upset at current Nintendo. Don't need a Switch emulation. Your GPU is good enough, you might run them. True. I could definitely look into that. I definitely could. I've got the first Switch. I just do not have a Switch 2, which I do not know where the state of emulation for Switch 2 would be at. And to any government bodies, joking. We would never emulate Switch 2 games. That one's Shield. Peter Shield is interesting. Meteor Shield is fun for cosmetics. I really don't need any recipes. Smash on Wii, Nintendo 64. Yeah. There's Nintendo's made some good games. There are plenty of good games. Dragon Ball Advanced GBA, I'm not familiar with, but I will take your word. Don't have Shiver Mist. That one. Snowman Bomb. I don't know. Need for Speed Car. You're just listing so many games, man. What is the most obscure thing I've played on a Nintendo console? I really liked. I owned a Wii U. I owned a Wii U, and I played a lot of the Wii Shop games on Wii U. I played like Teslagrad. I played Nihilumbrum. It's a very good game. But a lot of like the more popular ones that started there have already been ported around, so I don't know. I owned none of these consoles I emulated. I mean, good for you, quite frankly. I will not say, you know, I gotta like waggle my finger because I'm on stream, right? But like, good for you. In Minecraft, you know. Electron Vortex. Vortex is. I should get a Vortex on this character, honestly. A lot of what I've done with this character is aim for the meta that I knew about when I was playing in like 2015, 2016, but that has shifted pretty noticeably, so. On my laptop, the meta changed a lot. It has. And you know, if you want to play meta, I'm fine with that. I am not gonna complain if you're running all Black Cat and speed running, but I am playing Spiral Knights the way Nick Popovich intended, you know? I've got my different armor sets for different damage types. I've got a bunch of different weapons that are both good and just fun to use. And full meta. Nice. I don't know. I'm having fun with this character. I'm taking it slow and I'm having fun. And maybe that will change if I do keep playing as much of this game as I have been playing. I got the most expensive gun in the game. What's the current most expensive gun? I mean, assuming you're talking about, if you're talking about just like broadly, you can make an argument for like, you know, a Blitz Needle with all the right UVs, right? With charge time reduction high. But I don't know what would be the most expensive outside of Unreachable Dream for some. I feel like this could be a Blitz Needle. Okay, no. Okay. I don't know if I feel like I should know, but I definitely do not know with any certainty which gun you are referring to. Separate. I don't want to deal with massive Viking colonies. There we go. The Celestial Orbit Gun. Okay. I have heard of this. I am not familiar with how this is acquired. But I know that this is a very rare, very treasured gun. Yeah, just not one that I'm familiar with. That is just dregs. With charge time reduction, maximum attack speed, very high. Oh my gosh. That is actually a very impressive achievement. No, I understand the pride in that achievement. That's crazy. I should switch off the... We can have... that here. Oh. Yeah. That is crazy. Crazy, crazy. Yeah, I'm just gonna be very here for a long time. I don't have to pay a dime for it. Really? Okay. I'm hesitantly intrigued. I don't know if this is just someone was very, very kind for you, or I had an overcharged mix master. Okay. That. Okay. See, again, I'm not sure if we're talking about, like, absurd levels of luck, kind guildmates, or if we're talking about hacking things into the game, which, again, for Spiral Knights, I don't know if I would, but... Very impressive. Potentially. A raffle last year. Oh, awesome. Okay. No, that's very cool, actually. Well, and that's like I saw people talking about, someone made a post about wanting to get the, wanting to get a very specific battle sprite, and they said that is, like, any battle sprite is the reward for the current, like, trailer competition that they're doing, so that's very cool. I'd love to see that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now this character, I'm just gonna be so pro-con for so long, because I'm getting all of the, I'm getting all of my stuff leveled up, I'm getting the actual 5-star gear, all of that's just gonna cost so much. Then I traded it, same one, but with charge time reduction, medium, with some energy. Nice. Very, very nice. That's nice. This will spawn. Nice switch. Guns out. I'm being so very inefficient here. Then a friend. Traded orbit gun I talked about earlier. It's just unbind. That's crazy. Crazy work. But very, very cool, sir. I'm glad you were able to make that happen. Never know, maybe I'll win a Master Caled Balg next. That's such a cool sword. That's one that I think was added significantly later than when I had been playing before this character, but that is such a cool reskin. Big fan of that one. Oh. Treasure room opened up. Don't give them any choices to retreat. There's no reason not to just do the treasure on this floor every time. Oof. Okay. I never would have imagined I'd be able to live in the little time I have to grind in Vanna. Like I said, for some, it's an unreachable dream. That is fair. I think one thing that I have processed while running this character is that, like, yes, I didn't have as much time to play the game when I was younger. But I was also just worse at the game, and I was being dumber about the ways that I was approaching it. Grab my 3 crowds. Very important to me. But I don't know. I think if you just keep playing, there's a lot you can accomplish on free to play without getting loot boxes or things. It cost a lot, probably $700, $900 to get. Crazy. That's crazy. I believe you, but that is just crazy. Oh my gosh. And again, that's how this game's been kept alive. That's how they're paying for the servers, so fair enough. Fair play. You're bald. I'm very bald, Hannahverse. I am curious which Hannah you are, but I am very bald. I am assuming you are not just a Spiral Knights fan, but whether or not you are, welcome. Welcome. Okay. There we go. I wish I had a hairstyle. I mean, you know... Well, okay, I was gonna say, I know you work with a Hannah, but I wasn't sure if it was them or if you had said something else, so... Oh, wake people up from the sleep if you did not know that. Very helpful. Jenny calling me out. Well, like I said, I don't know if she had sent the stream to any others. I also didn't know if Tina had sent the stream to anybody else, but that's a whole other conversation. My hair's just raw dogging the elements. I have 2 older brothers, and both of my older brothers and my father were both bald or going bald by the time that they were between the ages of like 25 and 30. So since a very young age, I was like, when the time comes, I'm just gonna shave it all off, and I'm just gonna keep it shaved. Honestly, I don't know how much you can see on camera right now. It's getting a little thick. I need to shave it. This is more hair than I like having, so you know, I'm just a weird little freak like that. Don't mind me just returning game and escape player. There has to be like new player returning player luck, because some of the things that I've seen on my character, on some of my friends' characters, are just, I don't know. Did I get the loot room up there? I don't think I grabbed it actually. Not grab it. Crazy. Excuse me, where is too much hair? Okay, it's not that it is too much hair in the sense of like I am very hairy. It's that I can do this and I feel the resistance. It's not just smooth. It's bad for me. It's bad for me personally, but it is not like, I don't think that I have like flowing long locks of hair. To be very clear about what I'm talking about. Oh, slept. But that is not being said to make anyone else feel bad about hair or lack of hair or whatever you've got. Sounds like you probably... It is. It very much is. I have sensory issues, and now that I want to be bald, and my head just keeps growing hair, it's not comfortable for me. So it very much is a me problem. Oh. Hear me out. Just don't touch the back of your head. I mean, yeah, but then I do feel it when I lay down. I get to bed and I lay down and I feel how much hair is back there. And I just don't... They didn't realize... Guys, we have to... Okay, we're getting the party box first, I guess. Okay, there's more. There's more. We have to step on the party button. I don't... Do you not understand? I know. Numbing cream. Maybe. Maybe. I do, because I just like shave with like a straight razor. I want to wax at some point. I want to just wax it all off and rip it all out of there. So do the party. How is that hard to figure out? I mean, I know it's a little different. It's a little different design from other Viral Knights levels, but I feel like that should not be that difficult to figure out. There, one of us did. 7 years I chew with my scalp, itching and flaking. Okay. Numbing cream for that, fair enough. I don't think there's anything actively unhealthy about my scalp. It was starting to get real thin. Starting when I was in high school. Well, and so like, because genetically, hair loss is not supposed to be passed down from the father. It should be much more so like my mom's genes, and her hair's fine. So I don't know what's going on in my family, in all honesty. In all honesty, it's a little confusing if we're looking at the full picture of things, because my mom's hair is fine. My father claims that his hair just started falling out when he was like 20, that he was like showering and just like had these huge pieces of hair just come out. So I don't know what's going on. Didn't use a numbing cream. It was... I'm not going to try to say that on stream because I know how, like what you are saying, but I'm not going to pronounce it right. Well, my attention is split here. That is unfortunate, though. That is very, very unfortunate. No, I don't know what's going on in my family, but I accepted from a very young age that I would end up bald. I am fine with bald. That's what I can tell you. Scalp, dry, itchy. That sucks. That sucks so much. Yes. Like I said, I know in theory how to pronounce it. I'm just very much focusing on multiple things and didn't want to stop and just stare at the word. Diuresis. Yes. Okay. Hopefully I get woken up here eventually. Keep playing the game. That sounds very sucks. Like I said, I've never had any, like, actual pain or discomfort with my scalp, with my hair. It was just balding. It was balding real bad, and we knew it was going to. There we go. But I like it's cornered. You're just kind of. I will take a look at that once I'm out of this arena here. We got a couple of big waves to deal with. I'll be ready for the next one, but I also do feel like I'm just not participating a little bit. There we go. Okay. That's bad. Yeah, and I know I'm being real quiet. I know there are things in chat to respond to. I'm just wanting not to die. And I could die a very stupid death here if I'm not paying enough attention. Okay, come on. Get him down. Back to sleep. I will catch up on all of that in a second. Love this level. Yeah. It's the two big slimes doing that is just okay. Since I use grease and shampoo, doesn't flake, my hair isn't falling out as much. I'm not itching. That's good. That's very good. I'll go to Murph. Hear me out. Stop walking into this. You're not wrong. You're very much not wrong. It was a self-inflicted pain, that whole combat. Yeah, no, that's awesome. No, that is good to hear. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was just habits, what we were doing with our hair, but one of my brothers did start on like heaps or hymns or like one of those. And has been having really good results. So that's good to see. Sorry, got busy pretending to work. Understandable. Happens to the best of us. We've been talking about hair loss while I've been getting bullied in-game by slimes that are putting me to sleep. It's fine. It's fine. We're having a great time. And the button. Yep. Work in an office room, waiting for the slow people inside the other rooms. It's supposed to figure out. I mean, sounds like that would make your job a little bit easier if people would just move out of the way. That's always a fun, not fun part of work of just like, I know where I'm supposed to be. I don't know what you're doing here, but I gotta wait for you to get out of here, so... Gosh, fiends are gonna be... Okay, the bomb is gonna be... Guys. Both Gorgos and Devilites are just and I do not have the equipment to deal with them. Here we go. Loss is rough. Muzzle hair loss is no joke. Oof. Myself without hair. Honestly, I had accepted it as like, this is what I was going to have to do. I have gotten so much more confident since just doing it. You know, there's plenty of people that like joke about it in a negative light, which is a little unfortunate, but like, no, I mean, it's just the way I look now. It's just part of Judah. and that's fine. Definitely not the worst decision, I think. Go. They just float around so much. It's so hard to actually, like, know that you're hitting them. Here, unless I was built like bodybuilder. Couldn't see myself. I see. Or I couldn't see myself with a beard or a mustache because I'm there. My body does not want to grow the full beard. All I get is like a neck beard. It's really gross. I also just think there's so many guys, at least in my area, that have the and I think Jen and Hannah can both vouch for this. There's so many guys in this area that have the bald head beard look, and it's a fine look, but I am not Kratos. I am not the god of war. I'm not going to try to rock that look. I am fine not having a beard. Devilite's okay. Fine. It's fine. This is fine, guys. Oof, okay. Literally nothing wrong with no hair. Just a bald baddie. Thank you. Balding at my chin already. You're currently the ghost of Sparta. The ghost of something. I don't know. We're just leaving this guy behind, huh? Alright. Like, looking on the minimap for the kill? Crazy. It's wild how many men around here are bald with a full beard and stash. It is. It really is. Oh. Popular look. It's not a bad look. I get it. But I am fine looking a little different. Okay, they already spawned. That's probably why they're busy over here, I would assume. I should have just brought the ball for this, in all honesty. Make this whole section a little bit easier. Sparta, Kratos doesn't have much here. Oh, that's true. That is true. I'm not a big God of War, but I think you are correct about that. Interesting. Ooh, 1% health and poisoned. All right, lock in. It is go time. Totally got that guy hit by a lumber. That's very unfortunate. I believe this is the last. Yeah. I want to kill. I want to get the loot. I've got my revive. I'm killing. It's fine. Okay, and I'll just leave. I didn't get to loot because I was dead and they were all standing on the lift. Alright. Now I have a slightly better rig. Maybe I should look into playing. Recent God of War Ragnarok with Kratos' son looks wild. True. That is very unfortunate. I lost my heat and I lost my loot because I died. I think it gave me the heat, actually. It looks like. That's so weird. Alright. Very unfortunate. Probably lost some radiant crystals, knowing my luck. Probably lost an orb, actually. Ah, very stupid of me. But, not the end of the world. Still some good runs. Got what I was going for. So, that being said, we've been live almost 3 hours. I think we're gonna call it here. Yeah. Thank you all for hanging out. Let me go here. Let's see. Creator dashboard. Still reminding myself, refreshing myself where everything's here. Hannah, Mudame, thank you both for following. Again, I do need to get proper notifications up on stream for all of that. I want to raid someone, but I need to find someone to raid. So bear with me here if you're still here. If someone's streaming Spiral Knights, I'll send you to them so that you stay on topic. I just need to find out. Oh, we got a couple. We got one other person. We got Hope Squiddly, which is a fantastic user. So we're gonna send you guys over. We're gonna go check in on Pope Squiddly. Thank y'all for the very good stream. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Raid channel. Oops. Currently cannot see chat, so you guys are chilling, but have a great day, y'all. See y'all next time. Fun.